up everyone and welcome back to the North for the next episode of Battle Brothers modded legendary difficulty with the lovable cultists is of course the beautiful bellends, Davkul's favourite cheerleaders. Now a lot of you might have seen my community post recently where we're having a lot of issues now where the mods are breaking and most of my saves are now broken. I did find a single save, which is this one that you're seeing right now, which is working, but it does crash after about 5 to 10 minutes. So unfortunately, like I mentioned in the community post and also on Discord, this is going to be the last episode. Not because we completed anything, but because the saves are no longer stable, which is a damn shame, because we still had like 2 more things to do, but it's not the end of the world. We did most of the things we wanted to set out and do. So it's still better than like the Chodes who got just thrown into the ether at the end of the day. We still get to see these guys at the very end. What I am going to try and do is I'm going to try my best to get the group down to Pandemonium so we can end this series on a high in our homestead and go and talk to someone who just arrived there, i.e. the Mouth of Davkul, i.e. Eric himself, who set us out on this quest to begin with. And it's still an event I need to do with Walther, and then we can sort of round off, check for kill counts, check the obituary, and then see how the bellends fit into the overall narrative of the entire Battle Brothers cinematic universe going forward. Now, I've tried to get to Pandemonium on several occasions, but the game crashes before I actually get there. So I'm probably going to have to do a lot of loading and saving to try and get there. If I tune in a sec and rip Pandemonium, assume I've mission completed. If I don't get there, assume I've tried my hardest to get there, and the game has crashed anyway. So I'll tune back in and we'll see what happens. Well, at least he finally did it in the last episode, so Daemonix is no longer fat. Good for you, buddy. Just don't crash my save right now. Otherwise, you'll be fat in a second anyway, because I have to reload. Okay, well, I got here, surprisingly, without a crash. Every time I attempted it last time, it would crash before I even got to, like, Whitetown, which is, like, all the way up here. And each time I was like, oh god, it's gonna happen, oh god, it's gonna happen. But it hasn't yet. Not that that's gonna change, that this is gonna be the last episode, but surprisingly, this is a lot more stable than I was expecting, if I'm being quite honest. I'm waiting for it to happen, I really am. Let me just go quickly check Pandemonium. Got a little bit of money out of that. Right, we are gonna camp, because there is a event to do with Walther, which I do want to get into the series before it ends, because it only feels fair, because they did write it out, so I'd be remiss not to include it. So let's get camping, and then let's see what is going on with Walther and the armor that she inherited from the Ejirok. Still not crashing. This is weird. Maybe we'll get one fight out of this episode, if we're lucky. Although, knowing my luck, I'll go and do a fight in the game, or just break. And then all the saves will be broken. We'll see, we'll see. Let's get camping for now, and then let's see what Walther has to say. During camp, while attending the daily prayer led by the Tallyman the Sergeant, you couldn't help but notice that one of the most devoted was missing. Walther. Weird. She is always the way in the front, listening intensely to the sermon, so you decide to go look for her around camp. You finally find her in a tent, staring at her new armor, which is standing on an armor stand, with zealous eyes with a slight chuckle leaving her lips. She doesn't notice you until you clear your throat. Oh, Captain. Great timing. The voices. Oh, the voices, Captain. They finally gifted me the reward they promised me oh so long ago. This armor, bathed in the blood of the false god, shall be a sign that Davkul is the one and only god. You retort to her that you were the one that gave her the armor after bathing it in the blood of the Ejirok, to which she just starts laughing, maniacally, more so than usual. Oh, you're right, Captain, but what you don't know is that it's because the voices told you so. You just don't hear them as clear as I do. She goes up to the helmet and lifts it up, smiling, and almost blushing? You're not quite sure, but then she keeps going. The voices told me one thing. With this gift comes a new title. Walther Darkpelt is no more. My clan is with Davkul now. No! The Dark Pelts are no more. As she keeps saying those words, she finishes putting on the armor and exults. I am now Walther, the Blood Maiden, crusher of infidels and slayer of the unworthy. She then finishes with this maniacal and deranged laughter that could be heard far and wide. That night, the entire company breathed a sigh of relief that Walther was on their side, and her sermons to the unworthy in the future will surely be even more bone-breaking. To say that she breaks a bone every time she swings that goddamn hammer. Okay, since the game seems surprisingly more stable than I expected, I'm going to be a little bit ballsy. Now, this might this might break everything, it might not, I guess we'll find out. But just for old time's sake, let's try and get one more fight in. And then we can come back to Pandemonium and start the epilogue. What I'm going to do with the epilogue, because normally I would do, like, a big event, and then we'd have, like, the slide reel of, like, all the episodes past. And then we'd have sort of like a Battle Brothers Will Return sort of thing. I'm actually going to sort of do it all as one thing. So we're going to have the big slide reel with all the music, but then we're also going to have the epilogue stuff over that. You'll see what I mean when we get there, but it just sort of like makes it a bit more concise, I would say. Let me get to Talbak, our favourite place outside of Bedouins and Base in Pandemonium, and let's see if they've got one more thing we can do for them. Well, we started the series killing bandits. Let's end the series killing bandits. Seems kind of an interesting circle overall, doesn't it? I'm okay with this. Ooh, Swordmaster. That's certainly one way to end it. Alright, let's go! Now, every time I got into a battle when trying to record earlier, it would crash after about 3 turns, so... This is all honestly up in the air. I can't keep... I know I'm repeating myself quite a lot here, but it could happen at any time. But hey, more kills for the kill counter I will take if we can get them. Apparently we just might. Apparently we just might. Not bad. Not bad. We should probably hold him for the Swordmaster wherever he is. I assume it's this guy. It's definitely that guy. Am I really gonna sweep and kill 2 dogs? Well, I mean, surviving will, not me, but hey, look at him, not me. I wasn't the dog killer. He was the dog killer. Right, players out one more time, Lyrian, I guess. We will not be hearing your sordid tunes for much longer, my friend. Go away. Alright then. Don't die to a Swordmaster in the final episode, that'd be really dumb. Please don't. Okay. Let's see where this is going. Power up. I'm really gonna miss doing that. It must be said, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss that as well. We haven't used it much, but it's been a lot of fun. God, 88 miss. Come on, people. Last fight. Don't screw it. They might screw it. Sorry. Worth it. Shot him in the head. Jesus, alright. That'll make him think twice about killing Horse in the final episode, maybe. Shame you won't get to that 100. Sorry, 500. 100? He hit 100 a long time ago, buddy. Yes, he did. Set on fire in the finale. Well, I mean, he's almost dead, just not quite there yet. Well, he's not going to kill anyone in this series, so that's nice. Good for us, I guess. That's almost another kill. That's a back-off buster kill. You'll regret it. Oh, you will regret it. I just want to move. Okay, fine, I'm not moving. Surprisingly ballsy for a group of brigands. Well, not that one. No, no, no. All that one. Should I add? Right. Let's have some fun. Almost another shovel kill to end the series on. That's not bad. Such a cool sword. Oh, mate. That would have been a great way to kill the Swordmaster. Just crunch. Just crunch. Oh, well. Hey, Squire. Oh, God. Not much left of him. Alley-oop. Right, you're gone. You're also gone. You're not shooting anyone, unfortunately. Instant shot. Great stuff. Legend Slayer himself surviving will kill the Swordmaster. And Spartacus will follow up. Lovely stuff. Alright, plays out, Lyrian. Plays out. God damn. Every time. What did you break? Smashed her hand. There's nothing left of it. No, it doesn't matter anymore. She's not using it. Okay, I'm actually surprised we got through that fight without the game just going kaput. So, weirdly, this suggests that the save has become slightly more stable again, but I can't guarantee that, so I can't. As much as I would like to continue doing this, it's only a matter of time before it just craps itself, so I think we're just getting kind of lucky here. But I'll take it just so we can have a little bit of a better epilogue. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, back to Pandemonium, then. It's time for some sad stuff to happen. I say sad, you know. It's bittersweet. Oh, well, interesting. Bye, Silova. So Horse has now become a chosen of Davkul. Surviving is now a disciple of Davkul. Wayne is now a chosen disciple of Davkul. Maggie's angry, Lyrian's angry, Raven's angry. Everyone else is kind of disgruntled. But we got our final sacrifice in on the epilogue. God, chosen of Davkul, disciple, and chosen. 2 chosens. That's really, really good. Would have been more handy if that happened sooner, eh? How's everybody looking in terms of being angry? I mean, what are you on? 12%. It's not great, is it? What are you on? 14%. That's also not ideal. And Raven's on 9%. Well, before I forget, for the rule of cool, here you go, Husk. I did say I'd give it to you at the end, so there you go. Be happy with that. Okay, so I guess to kind of make sure that nobody runs away, I probably shouldn't do too much more, because people might weirdly desert in the last episode, and I don't want that to happen. So, I guess, in a weird way, hang on, let me just get out of here. Let me get to Pandemonium. Nobody's leaving. Okay, Benjamin's now dissatisfied. Everyone's kind of drunk. I think everyone's a little bit better off, although I can't guarantee that. How are you guys feeling now? Yeah, still pretty angry. Disgruntled. Still pretty angry. Raven and Maggie are refusing to drink. That sounds like a them problem, to be honest. Okay, well, managed to take it into the morning and nobody's super pissed off. I did put the 3 people who were very, very angry into the camp, so they would be a little bit better. So you're now disgruntled. You're still not super happy, but you'll do. And you're almost back to disgruntled. Well, I mean, I guess I will take that. But, just to play it safe, I'm probably not going to take it much further, because I don't want either Maggie or... Well, I mean, there's quite a few people, isn't there? Lyrian or Raven to leave in the last episode, because that would be absolutely ridiculous. So then, right. God, it's always really sad when I've got to do this. I guess it's time for the final roll call. And then we'll get on with all the epilogue event stuff during the slide reel. So, I'm going to look at the kill ranking for everyone here. And then I'm going to have a look at the obituary and see what the kills are on there. And then I'm going to do some quick maths. And then I'm going to see what the overall kill tally is from my perspective. Obviously, the tally man has also been keeping a record of it as it goes. So the numbers might not be exactly the same as what he gets. But I think they will come out kind of similar. Bear in mind, throughout the 6, 7 episodes that we've done of this series, there has been some offshoots where I've gone and done like a fight here and there off camera. So mine might be a little bit higher than what he gets. But I did mention when I did those, so hopefully sort of just I added like a plus or minus 10 here and there. So I guess we'll see. Right then, so to seal off the series, let's get started. So Boncarius, you are on 11 kills. Not bad, Sid. You only got here not that long ago, and you have made a pretty big impact, especially with, God, what was it called? Baynard the Citrine's Pillar. Ah, Citrine, even though you're not with us in body, you are with us in spirit. And then Benjamin on 130 kills, he killed the Lawkeeper, I do remember that, and having the Reproach of the Old Gods probably did help with his kills by the end. Jervis is on 126 kills, killing Albrecht the Ashen Priest. I mean, the fact that he killed everything. And also, we finally had a character that survived the entire series as a shovel player. Fantastic. I absolutely love it. Jervis Jones will go down in the annals of history as a great character. Ulrich with 137 kills, killing an Orc Elite. Never did find a famed mace. Maybe we would have found one in the last few episodes, but it is what it is. To be fair, there was probably only going to be like 2 more episodes of this series anyway. One dealing with a Master Spell, one dealing with a Monolith, so we haven't really missed that much at the end of the day. Harold on 273 kills, killing an Orc Elite as well. Pretty sure you probably kill stuff better than that, but I guess it ranks it very specifically. Pointy on 228 kills, killing the Rashergeist. Fantastic. That that Goblin Spear actually ended up being pretty good by the end of the day. Cheeky, goddamn, 374 kills. Also an Orc Elite being the highest thing you killed. I find that hard to believe. And the Widowmaker. Goddamn, did it make a lot of Widows in this series. Horst, what is there to say, Horst? 480 kills. Small Sam. I mean, how many of Small Sams did you kill? 1, 2, 3? I think it was 3 in total by the end. I think you would have hit 500 kills if we were able to continue, but unfortunately we aren't. So let's just pretend you hit 500, but really it's 480. Still impressive, but not still quite at the same level as Wraith Northorpe from Anorbs with 715 kills. I don't think we're ever topping that, but I guess we'll see one day. One day it might happen. Wolfer, 126 kills, Mad Bolden of Episwald. I mean, you've become an absolute champion. The fact that you only had 14 melee defense, and you managed to absolutely rip Scro and survive until the very end. Main foot not ideal, but you did persevere. Spartacus, 148 kills, killing Otto Bleakheart as your best. Let me just quickly level you up, because you do deserve it. There we go. But yes, 148 kills, pretty damn good. Topaz also on 148 kills, so both Spartacus and Topaz in the race managed to get neck and neck. I think that's actually kind of a nice way to end it on those guys. Killing a Necrosabant Lord, I mean, I believe it. Poke of the Grim, 273 kills. I mean, as soon as we bought this thing, the Cruel Mangler, it just kind of flew up. So, it was going to happen. All for the Flying Blade will be felled by you. Kip, you weren't with us for very long, and it did take a while for us to find a gun. But I am glad that you did get involved. You get 16 kills, and you did kill that Orc Behemoth champion. I think it was an Orc Behemoth champion, which unfortunately did not have a weapon for Wolfer. He had a pretty cool flail, but not really something we could use. The Tieman, the Sergeant, put some respect on his goddamn name. Here he is with 197 kills. Winslow moved to the most powerful opponent. I find it hard to believe. I think you've killed bigger things than that. Never really got to use the axe, but that was also sort of just in there as your pocket at the end of the day. Absolutely fantastic Sergeant at the end of the day. 163 resolve. I think that's sort of like rivaling Eldrac at the end of the day, which is saying something. Good job being the resolve man. Lyrian, ignoring being angry at the moment. It's just the way he does things. 41 kills. Unhold being a thing. Was that the one where he killed an Unhold with a loot? I'm pretty sure that's when he killed an Unhold with a loot. Honestly, if it wasn't for Lyrian, I don't think we would have got as far as we did. The fact that he kept so many of the characters alive through his music and our stamina returning at almost every single turn. Lyrian was like the linchpin for us getting through a lot of those fights, so thank you, Lyrian. Surviving the Legend Slayer. What a champ. 240 kills. Killing the Ejirok with one fell swoop, killing so many other, like, massive characters, then getting the Legend Slayer. Killing the Legend, which is why he became the Legend Slayer. But man, to say that he was just a guy... Were you a miner? I feel like you were a miner. Yeah, a miner 49er, who we thought wasn't gonna, like, achieve much. His objective was to survive. And instead, you could have just called him Sir Thrive instead, because man, did he thrive. Uber the Eats. Also originally known as Ube, 257 kills, killing Grug Zartum, and also becoming the Prophet of Davkul, which was very weird for a ranged person. I didn't really use that ability that much. When I used it, it was useful, but it just didn't really seem to have many good effects, just because Lyrian was already there doing the same thing. So, it was useful, and having a backliner using it was probably quite good as well, but hey, he still did a good job. Wayne on 103 kills, you did get over 100, then that was the important part. 103 kills, very good. And yeah, the Champion Sailbringer was pretty damn useful. Maggie Howard, our Shield Maiden, 78 melee defense. Killing Borgash, 32 kills. Did you get the highest? melee defense, or was it Ulrich? 80. What did you get end up on? 72. So Ulrich will end on the highest melee defense on 80, but Maggie, you got pretty damn close. If I found like a single shield, actually, to be fair, let me test this, because if it's the shield that's hanging him over, so you're on 56. Let me grab that. Oh, ho ho ho, sacre bleu. So actually, without a shield, Maggie does have the highest melee defense, but with a shield, Ulrich does. So both of them win in different categories, so I'll give them that. Husk, 46 kills, Banar the Citrine. That was great. You killed the Barbarian King by filling it to death. Husk has been a great addition to the series. It's just a shame we're not really going to see him use the Emperor's Countenance. But hey, it's going to be there. It's going to be on his silly little head. Linus, 114 kills, Treeborn Pillager, absolutely rinsed him with the cruel arrow fall by his side going forward. Raven, what is there to say about Raven? An absolute bastard of a man who has survived basically the entire series. Tried to mentor Bishop, unfortunately Bishop losing his life to the Kraken, for then Raven to take his weapons and use them to kill his enemies going forward. A bastard with maybe a small heart of gold in there somewhere. And when I say the heart of gold, I mean that he just wants gold, not that his heart's actually good. 284 kills. I don't even remember Cackling Arnie. You've killed so many characters at this point. Cackling Arnie is just like a random person in the annals of your kills. But you did kill him, so, you know. And Dame Onyx, 178 kills with rocks and no Fame Slings. So obviously in the updated Legends, there is Fame Slings now. But in the Legends versions we're playing right now, you can't get them. So next series, we might be able to build a Flame Slinger build, which could be pretty insane. But the fact that Dame Onyx got 178 kills with a regular sling, is it a Northern Sling? Of course it's a Northern Sling. Is fantastic. Killing Kustrum, I mean, you killed so much more on top of that. Let me have a look at the obituary. So 28 people will have fallen since we begun, but how many of them were actually sacrificed to Davkul, and how many of them died in the field of battle? Let me count. Okay, so out of 29 people, we sacrificed 14 people to Davkul. So it's very half and half. So 15 people died in the battle, who also went to Davkul anyway. 14 people got specifically sacrificed to Davkul. So we had 14 sacrifice events over 57 episodes. So that's like, what? A sacrifice event every, like, 4 episodes-ish? Sounds about right. I'd say it sounds about right. Alright, I'm gonna now tally up the kills for everyone who died and for everyone who's alive, and we'll see what the Davkul cultists, the best cheerleaders in the world, the beautiful bellends, ended on. Okay, according to my calculations, I just used a calculator and added all their kills according to the game, including alive and dead people who joined the Bellends through this entire series. I can say that we came to a total of 4,442 kills. I guess that doesn't count the people that we technically sacrificed to Davkul, so you can tack on 14 to that if you really wanted. It'd be cool if it would have been 4,444, but we were 2 off, which is a damn shame, because 2 people did run away in that last fight. But hey, what are you gonna do? I think over 4,000 kills is quite something, although I don't know if it beats any records per se. I don't think I really tallied it up at the end of every single series. It's probably up there. They probably killed more than, like, maybe a peasant militia, although there was more peasants in the militia to get kills, so maybe not. We definitely killed more than the anatomists. They might be on level with the raiders. I still think the knobs might have got the most kills. I'm just going off the fact that Wraith got 700 kills by himself. So, I don't know. I really don't know. I might have to go back one day and check them all. But I would say it's a respectable score. It's very respectable. They've killed more people than the amount of people, than the population of the village that I grew up in. So, you know, there's that. And then some. So with that, I guess we are pulling this to a close. Obviously, there's still the epilogue, which is going to include the Mouth of... I almost said the Mouth of Sauron then, because obviously that's where the reference comes from. The Mouth of Davkul, where there is going to be some events and discussion points between Eric and Urbanus, and how it fits into the rest of the overall narrative, and how it leads up to, like, the Grand Flasher then, and also the Night of a Thousand Knives. So we'll see what comes from that. I haven't fully read it all out yet. Post-edit Northern is going to have to deal with that. But I will say thank you everyone who has stuck with this entire series from the very beginning. Thank you to everyone who has supported this channel and has subscribed and has been watching with bated breath and got involved with their characters as well. Thank you everyone in the Discord community who has been like super proactive with their characters and the general stuff they've been adding in, and the support that you've all given me throughout this series and other series to come. Like I say, Battle Brothers will be coming back pretty soon. I usually take a bit of a break when I finish a series of Battle Brothers, but I'm not going to take as much of a break this time because I just want to get involved. I am going to test out some mods in like the next week, and then we're gonna get going. What I will say for the people who are interested in getting involved in the next series, obviously I don't mind people putting their character ideas in the YouTube comments because I do read them and respond to them, but your best bet if you do want to get involved in the series, or if you do just want to catch up with other people in the community, then feel free to join the Northern Discord and get involved in the conversation over there, because I'm a lot more active on there, and so are a lot of other people. And it is just linked in the channel description and also in the description of this video below. And every video on the channel, to be fair. But with that, I'll say feel free to check out the rest of the channel. I'm sure there's more in there you'll enjoy while you're all waiting for the new series of Battle Bros to start. We are still ongoing with Darkest Dungeon in our Adventurer Guild. Feel free to get a character in over there, because we are looking for more people after all. And otherwise, keep a weather eye on that sky, and if you've watched the entire series and haven't clicked that button yet, then feel free to click subscribe and help support the North go even further, and let's continue this adventure together. Ciao for now, guys and girls. Until next time, I'll leave you with post-credits Northern and Lyrian to play me out. Although, I don't know if Lyrian really wrote his songs. It's technically Breakdown Epiphanies, but let's just pretend it's Lyrian who's made the songs, eh? It's nicer that way. As the Bellends arrive at Pandemonium, their victory against Goblin kind and the people of the realm in hand, a man awaits them at the gates. Adorned in the regalia that would be befitting of a true chosen of Davkul, the Mouth of Davkul stands there, staring at you as his bodyguards, wouldn't be recognized from before, ushers the remaining Bellends en masse to the courtyard for a special sermon. Eric, the Mouth of Davkul, leads you off to your chambers to discuss the future of the cult. You have done admirably, Urbanus. He speaks low and slow. When Davkul sought you out and set you on his journey, I did not believe you would so relish in this opportunity. Now, the Bellends, the cabal of the greater whole, have transformed this landscape in a vision of Davkul and have perfectly prepared it for what comes next. He pauses. And what does come next, Honourable Dark One? You inquire. Once the current sermon is complete, the brothers and sisters of this cabal will march north to join the remaining groups of Davkul's chosen. There, we have gathered a flock of false shepherds who will be sent to Davkul en masse. He has asked this of me as the final part of the greater whole, before we march upon the rest of this world. Our numbers may still be few, but Davkul has stated in the night that our armies will come. We just need to complete the ritual. He speaks plainly, but with true purpose. Then we will march and join you shortly. You swear to him. He nods, and a slight smile that you spot peeks out from his hood. When the sermon is complete with the remaining Bellends, Eric leaves with his entourage, and you regale the Bellends with their next mission. The night of the ritual fast approaches, gathered in a large open field as long as the eye can see. Many of the unworthy have been gathered in a large circle, spanning much further in circumference than you could see for yourself. From what you can gather from the other chosen, most of the unworthy are from the noble families of the entire western continent, all gathered by the cult in preparation for tonight. As the Mouth of Davkul arrives, he instructs everyone, including the Bellends, to each stand behind one of the sacrifices and await for his signal. The large pyre, most likely the largest you had witnessed so far, is lit in the middle of the sacrifice circle. As the cult is standing on preparation, all begin to bow as Eric starts to chant. With this ritual, we clean this continent of the unworthy and the filth that has corrupted this land. We do this in his name, to prepare the world for his coming. Go to his side and repent. As he utters the final word, he raises his hands and nods. In an instant, like clockwork, everyone gathered has their throats slit by the cultists behind them, and as they drop to the floor one by one, there is silence. An unnerving one. But then, it happens. Many outside of the continent who witnessed this event would see what came next as a glaring bright light or flash, so bright it almost encapsulates the sun, but in reality it was much more sinister. Whilst people of outside of the West were for the most part unaffected, every man, woman and child of the West had to deal with a different situation. In one astounding array of lights that soon turned to pitch blackness, a visage was telegraphed into each and every mind of the West. A visage and a voice, the one they all witnessed, was Davkul. It is said that all who witnessed this event in the West either went mad and sent themselves to Davkul, or submitted to his ideals and became a follower, joining the growing flock underneath the banner of the Mouth of Davkul. And just like that, the army that was promised to Eric had arrived, and these armies would soon leave the western continent to march upon the rest of the world in his name, first to the northern continent, and then spread out to the east and south. Tonight was the night the darkness ascends. In the coming years, wars and rebellions against the cult would explode across the world, attempting to push back the unending tide of darkness, but would fail on most accounts. Large amounts of the north and east would eventually succumb, with a few holdouts remaining. As for the southern continent, it was a much larger spread of land, so it targeted last, and if there were ever a time for a group to rise to bring the land together in preparation for the cult's arrival, now would be that time. The only question is, who will rise to the challenge?